here's how I played around the world in my elementary music classroom. I would pull it out maybe 4 times a year for kindergarten, grade 1, and grade 2. It's a great game that focuses attention and also to teach about small percussion instruments and other things you can play as well. But I used it mainly for small percussion instruments. And here's how I'd play. Because it's around the world, sitting in a circle is great, but you can do it in any formation you want. You just adjust it accordingly. So everybody's sitting in a circle, you get a volunteer to be number 1, and they stand up behind one child. And you have a bag of instruments. You want to be where both students can see you, the one standing up and the one seated right in front of them. And then all you do is you hold up an instrument, and the first one to correctly identify it wins. If it's the child standing up, then they move to the next person and they begin to go around the world. If the seated person guesses first, then the standing person sits down and the seated person becomes the new stand-up person and trying to go around the world. And the winner is the one, once you get all the way back, the winner is the one that finishes when you get back to that very last person. Whoever wins at the very end, that's the winner because they went around the world. Now, some students will get 3 correct and then they'll get beaten. Some will go 12, 13, 14, and the excitement builds. They love this game. It's a great activity for learning the names of instruments. I would say, all right, are you ready? Here's your first instrument. And I would hold it up. Whoever said the name correctly won. Now, just point of reference, this is a shekere that I made myself. I bought a gourd one fall, let it dry out over the winter, and then I just took string and beads and made my own shekere. I was always doing things like that. So, you can have all sorts of things in here. If for the little ones, you might want to stick with ones like this that are easily recognizable. Triangle, right? But for the older students, you may want to get into this type of situation where you're doing some harder instruments. All right, so let's say you go all the way around and you're ready for challenge number 2. Now you can do it the same day or you can do it a different day. It's up to you. But this time it's the sound of the instrument. So I would have to play the instrument either behind something. Oh, and let me go back for a second. As a child would go around, I'd need to move, obviously, so both students could see me. So usually I didn't have the chair. I just carried the bag around. I'm just putting the chair here to help me. So on this one, you're playing the instrument, so it doesn't really matter if they see you or not because you want to keep it hidden anyway. So a lot of times I'd put a big bass xylophone and I'd pull them out and I'd play behind the xylophone, and whichever would say it correctly would win. So if I did that and I went like this, they'd have to name the cabasa. And then maybe I would do this. That's hard to see because it's such a tiny one. But anyway, so I would play the instruments. I would even sometimes put a ukulele in there and I would strum the ukulele just to have something surprising for them. So the 2 ways you can play are visual identification or aural identification, and they're both really worthy ways to do it. Now, you can also vary it by what you put in here. I have just a real mix of instruments, but maybe you'd want to put it by families. So maybe you'd want to put woods and metals in one game, and then the next game, shakers and scrapers, so that you're identifying and narrowing down even further for them to learn those types of concepts. Give it a try because it is a great focus activity. It's perfect for when you need just a focus activity, the end of a semester, the end of a year, the end of a 9-week grading period, or a one-off lesson where you haven't seen a class but you're going to see the other class. It's a great one-off lesson as well. Give Around the World a try.